I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
The Wrestling Mayhem Show. Since 2006, the pioneer in pro wrestling podcasting.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you have to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect time,
is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 971. Tuesdays we've been doing professionalized wrestling chatter. Close enough. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the social medias at the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We have with us, first of all, my favorite bean, the Riz.
Hi.
Oh, no, you're this one. There we go.
I'm that one.
You're that one.
I'm here. I showed Sorg my bean this weekend.
Yeah, while I was at the show. Exactly.
The bean that makes me not focused on my phone, but the bean that makes me focused on the production of Sorg.
Yeah, and on Awesome Cast, Katie got me really familiar with the bean, so that I can also
you'll be focused with the bean.
So I can focus completely on the bean. So
you'll be one with the bean. Sorg.
One with the bean. My bean made socks, by the way.
Yeah, my bean only makes socks.
Made socks?
I did 120 minutes of work.
Yeah.
The bean did 120 minutes of knitting and only made 107 socks.
If you're curious what we're talking about, just look up, was it Friendly Bean?
Focus Friends.
Focus Friends on...
Focus Friend by John Green and Hank Green.
There you go. It's on all the phones. Anyways, we have a guest with us tonight that is awfully confused at the moment.
Good.
So, Casey Warr is with us.
Let's fucking go.
What
the fuck is our beans? Like, without context, this is utterly insane. Like, I don't know if you're talking about, like, Tamagotchi or, like, whatever Raise 'em Pet Farmville action.
It kind of is. It kind of is. It's a don't touch your phone, like, focus thing, because if you do, the bean is knitting. And if you pick up your phone,
really sad.
And the bean will get sad because you interrupted the knitting.
Is this like cats like kneading? Like,
sort of. I'm just going to throw this up here just so people have a little bit of a representation of what we're talking about. But yeah, I mean, no, that's just my phone. But
this is your phone.
It's a great
example.
example.
So there's a little bean guy, and I'm gonna go focus and not look at my phone for a few minutes and set 5 minutes and start.
I'm also going to do.
And he's going to start
beaning.
Yeah, he's going to start. There you go. He goes. You look at his butt sticking out there. This is what I got offended. He says, "Don't interrupt me." This is a wrestling podcast. Did you know that? And then I'm going to stop focusing. Are you sure the George's knitting will unravel? They'll be really sad. Stop. It's okay. We tried. So there you go. Yeah, that's what's happening. I
feel like I just learned so much, but like this is a big like boomer KC Warr moment that I just don't pay attention to what the hell is really happening or popular right now.
It took like an entire like segment on the last podcast before you came in. This is basically what we were doing when you came in.
That's amazing.
Is learning about the bean. So yeah, welcome to it. And I'll actually adjust your camera there as we go here too. Let's I don't know why we forgot to do that because we were talking so much about things. Casey, where you got a lot of stuff going on,
dude.
You don't have a lot of sleep lately.
No.
We're going to talk about you are bringing 880 Wrestling to Cleveland at Great Lakes Brewery, the Great Lakes Brewery, which I believe is the biggest independent brewery.
Top three.
Yes. One of the biggest in this neck of the woods. So looking forward to that. We'll be talking about a lot of that and what's going on with there and your first time putting on a showness vibes, I guess we can say.
Yeah.
So, and we'll get all that here later in the show. But in the meantime, there were some shows this weekend. There was a Forbidden Door. We all explored the Forbidden Door in some way or another. It was in London. It was they had a mix of people. It was nice. We had our Japanese announcer. We had the Japanese announce table. We did the thing. We're in London, so it had a little different vibe to it. So I think that was kind of cool. I don't know that it was as much of a New Japan showcase as it has been in the past. We've talked about that. Somebody on the comments was really upset that I said that New Japan didn't have stars right now. So they were really mad about that. But it was context too.
Yeah.
I really think Bean, go away. I need to bring the chat room up. I do need to focus on that. But anyways, but either way, it was a good show. It was a good AEW show. We did get a lot of stuff. We did get El Presidente from New Japan in a cage match.
And
of all things,
and learning ladder safety in the process.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Safely climb a ladder, but also understand that your rank in the company and your experience in the ring, Tana, don't jump off a ladder, buddy. You just don't gotta do it.
Everybody stopped him from jumping off
It
the
was
ladder.
so great. It was so great. Just showing concern for Tanahashi. Like, buddy, you don't gotta do this. You don't gotta
That's respecting your elders in the business for sure, right?
Absolutely.
So, but it was a lot of fun. New Japan, NJPW is in a rebuilding phase. No, and I agree with that. To me, it's just like show me what things look like at Wrestle Kingdom. That's gonna tell me. Like they have. What did I say last week was like they have a year. They have this year to figure it out. AEW took a lot of their people. Somebody was like, and WWE took them too. I'm just like, I don't know who WWE took. Tell me who they took since Shinsuke.
I was gonna say they're still mad about Shinsuke, right?
Yeah, they took some Stardom people for sure, but that's not in this case. I don't think. But there's a lot of opportunities, and this is always fun to see who's going to step up. Gabe Kidd is definitely there.
It's been a treat to see him part of the Death Riders. I really enjoyed the War Dogs cage match against United Empire. I think that was Ospreay's last match in New Japan, if I'm not mistaken, or it was like part of that group. But the lead up to that storyline was great, and then just like getting a little bit of Kenny Omega versus Gabe Kidd, where they said that wouldn't happen in AEW, and they've shared the ring in spots together. So it's a lot of really great crossover, and I just think like Gabe Kidd is just like a good talent that's just aggressive as hell and just fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely. He's one of those guys. When we got to do backstage at the last DC show they did, and just the guy screaming down the camera, was just like, oh my god, he's gonna like run right through me, kind of deal.
I wonder why I would get along with someone like that.
I think you'd be kind of okay with that, so and a lot of those guys are great like that, right? And I think you're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see the people about. I mean, obviously there's a good relationship there. I have speculations about what I think AEW New Japan is going to do in the future. Just reading tea leaves of what I'm seeing. I hypothesize that I think I'll throw this out here. I have no knowledge, but I feel like there is going to be a move in the near future that New Japan will have a broader American presence via AEW.
It only makes sense.
Yeah,
given the WWE deals that they had acquiring AAA, and so it seems to be like the bigger TV companies are now, absorbing these smaller companies or international companies to create international partnerships, so you can really tap into international audiences. So like it's another thing where having more TV companies in the States is good for wrestlers. Well, if you're having international relations across companies and you're able to send people in between these shows seamlessly, everybody wins. Everyone gets more wrestling. And in theory, we should get more quality wrestling.
Absolutely. As if we don't listen, I try to watch everything.
It's hard.
And I'm having so much trouble. I'm starting to lose Ring of Honors. I catch up like a month at a time, which is tough because I always bug the editor when I see an issue, and he's like, hey, 3 weeks ago this was my buddy there, but yeah, like, and now like Power is actually a viable product to be able to watch even if you missed a week. You don't have to search through the Twitter for it, and actually like it's the Crockett Cup. I watched like maybe 3 or 4 episodes of it. It's actually it's some good stuff, right? And some of the familiar faces are nice to see too. What's up, Beastman in the first shot, for instance, in the Battle Royal. But still, like, everybody's kind of just leveling up at this point, and it's awesome to see. Like it's a embarrassment of riches as far as wrestling goes. So, but yeah,
and that's one of the cool things about like being in the independent scene right now is that there's a flavor and variety of wrestling for everyone. Like everyone has a flavor of ice cream, but like there's more than one path for anyone to go on. And like there's such like a ladder and stepping stone if you pay attention to the right promotions. Like, oh, I have a connection here, so maybe I could reach out and see if it can set something up or come in. At the very least, come shake hands and meet some people. And then like you do it the right way and good things happen.
There's definitely I think you're talking about like these kind of showcase promotions, right? Like I would include, since they're coming back, and I'm just on my mind lately for reasons, Defy Wrestling, right? Yeah. Like you see a lot of I think they've positioned themselves as a sort of finishing school for people too, because I know a lot of people were coming through from AEW. Obviously, Moxley was there. Marina Shafir is their women's champion right now. Yep. I was reminded recently. So like I think that, or obviously GCW's, which is amazing to me that GCW, the kind of I don't want to call them like ECW the ECW revival in vibe.
Yeah.
And
like, how many times have we sat here and going, GCW's dead. Nothing's gonna happen there.
Who said that? Who said that? I never said that.
I've heard like a lot of people say that.
I've had question marks about them sometimes, but but not that they're. I never expected GCW to go away.
But they kept building and then
absolutely
kept rebuilding and kept rebuilding to what they are now.
They are a dirty indie show because they want to be. Not because they have to be. You know what I mean? And by dirty, I mean the death match, the hardcore, and they do that, and they do that willingly because that's what they want to do. But they've done it and done such good stuff that they've obviously earned a respect of WWE to do, hey, do our WWE ID tournament, Like it's just wild that they are given that baton, which means they fucking earned it, right? As a promotion.
Absolutely.
No matter what you think of them. So like, and I think you see that across the board with a lot of these promotions. So
it's really cool that they can scratch like any itch and just go from, they don't have to do the death matches anymore. They don't have to do these, AC crazy shows in the warehouse with all the glass. Like they don't have to do it, but like it's pretty fucking rad.
Yeah.
But
they want to.
Exactly. Yeah. But like they can turn around and have a large scale show like Hammerstein.
Yeah.
And like everything they do for the collective and Mania Week. It's really rad.
Yeah. What was that, Riz?
I was gonna circle back a little bit with like this connection between AEW and New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned that you are seeing something build.
Mm-hmm.
Does that end at the Tokyo Dome?
We already
Are they there yet?
No, wait a minute. Because the Tokyo Dome, remember, they had what's that second show they did? That was the crossover show.
Wrestle Dream.
Wrestle Dream's the one here.
It was Wrestle Kingdom and then Wrestle Dynasty.
Wrestle Dynasty, yeah.
I'm having a hard time hearing it. So if I'm talking over you, buddy.
Okay.
Okay,
but I'm working on the adjustments here. So
I'm quiet. It's fine.
Yeah, he is also quiet. So.
I just want to tell Riz I don't hate him and I'm not talking over him. Be a jerk. I love you, buddy.
Oh.
We always have that with the Skype. Wait till Mike comes in here. But anyways, so what do you think? What do you think about like if they get the Tokyo Dome? What are you thinking about that? Riz.
Me?
Yes.
Like I'm thinking like that is the be all end all. Mm-hmm. Like that is what this connection between Forbidden Door with their partnership with AEW and New Japan. I think that's where that's at. I think they will I think that's what they're trying to get with their international stuff. Like they're trying to hit the big sections of they're trying to hit the big four. They're trying to collect them all. They're trying to, collect all the Dragon Balls pretty much, and be like, yeah, they're trying to get to those places, the meccas of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So they have their in with New Japan right now. They can try to get into Japan, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. Oh, and also, as far as the Forbidden Door, the chat room's reminding me there was a lot of stuff. We had Repo represented there. We had CMLL represented there. Stardom was represented. So it isn't just obviously
not just...
New Japan is the headline, the co-headline. It is the AEW X New Japan. The pay-per-view is carried on New Japan World. They obviously the representation there between the announcers and everything else. It is a joint thing regardless of how many AEW versus New Japan specific contracts are involved in this thing. But obviously they're creating, they were kind of the first to create this alliance situation that now you see WWE. Again, I go back to everything we love about WWE and they're flourishing right now is kind of thanks to things AEW started. And I mean,
if it wasn't for the connection with TNA,
it really isn't.
There wouldn't be anything with TNA and WWE.
No, like AEW helped prop up TNA versus a bad time that was getting better that could have killed them over COVID. You know, obviously Ring of Honor, COVID did kill them. Like, and just to look back, I remember Shane Taylor saying, "Hey, no, Ring of Honor's taking care of us." A couple guys did over COVID. You know, they weren't doing much, but they're like, "Hey, we're getting paid. We're okay." Unfortunately, that meant their parent company said, "Yeah, we need to sell you. You're costing too much money." but still, like, they did the right thing for the time, if not for the prolonged. And obviously, and now they got absorbed, which I think is a net positive. Sucks that the company went away, but still, at least the history is intact. And I really think it kind of fits well with AEW. Ring of Honor helped AEW happen.
Oh yeah.
With All In.
Oh yeah.
And I, you know, in the scheme of things and the way things landed, I think it's great that AEW kind of helped recover it.
And they were able to use so much archival footage from Ring of Honor for stories from Bryan Danielson to CM Punk. I mean, like, Punk said he last came back to wrestling from Ring of Honor and, like, you know, use that as his mathematical break. But, like, you know, one of my favorite moments was the dog collar match against MJF. He came out to the AFI song. So, like, and they were able to reference all those old Ring of Honor moments that were just, like, pure gold. So, like...
Yeah, and this Tina brings a good point too. CMLL is not readily available to U.S. audiences yet, and that's a complaint I've had with AAA until we had Triple Mania a few weeks ago, right? I hope it isn't quite as WWE-ified for the rest of it, you know. But yeah, that's what I want them to platform things. I want Stardom to be easier to watch. It's not now. Stardom World as a platform is where New Japan World was 10 years ago. Like, from what I can see, I don't think there's, if any, English commentary on there. Because I remember it was always like hit and miss with the Japanese shows, like the New Japan shows. A lot of them, I say like 80% on Wrestle Universe is English. But if they're not, you can kind of speak the language. So what's going on? Except for when the girls, like the K-pop girls, are singing in the Tokyo Joshi. Yeah. It gets a little off there. So back to Forbidden Door. One touch more on that before we go to our first break here. Obviously, you know, great championship matches. Zack Sabre Jr. and Nigel, including the technical spectacle the week before they get to that, were tremendous. Loved seeing that. It was a great moment there in the O2 for Nigel and Zack Sabre Jr. Actually, you know, I think a lot of things hit really well on that. Like, I wasn't bored by any matches. You know, when you have these 9-10 match cards or anything like that, even the pre-show was fun. You know, because you did get the War Dogs. I get to learn who the new War Dogs are that I haven't seen in a while. You know, things like that. So that was a lot of fun. That cage match. I listen. You've done some death match. Okay, I think you're the perfect person. You've seen the fork ear spot from this thing, and
gnarly doesn't even begin to describe it. Doesn't even begin.
So obviously there's going to be some complaints about AEW might be getting too violent, too gross out.
Yeah.
But the way I see it, think GCW, they're doing something WWE doesn't dare to do. And since WWE does so many things that they currently do, I think they feel they have to. And now only the top people are doing it. Moxley is usually involved. Darby is a crazy fucker. You know, so, you know, is that, you know, from your perspective, you know, do you think like they're going too far with this on this level of product?
Hell no. I mean, it's dude, it's a pay-per-view match. It's in partnership with New Japan.
Yeah.
You're telling all these stories, and especially it's from the lens of saving the company, but why am I being viewed as the villain? And from Moxley's perspective, he thinks he's doing the right thing. And you know, if you're going to get into a cage with Jon Moxley, how are you not understanding that you're signing a nonverbal contract to get your ass kicked? And so you're literally in there with a caged animal.
Plus a lights out match, right? You know, that All In Texas match was grody, you know, like crazy. You know, we had the a spiked bat incident from a few months ago with Edge.
It got lodged in his back.
That could have been so bad.
It was just watching just the skin stay attached to it and just the mouse wheel spinning in the head, just like, what the hell am I going to do about this? Like,
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
not trained medical professional.
And also, but also remember, this is, we talk about Moxley. Moxley is somebody that comes from those CZW Tournament of Death. We just reposted the, a match from 2009. I was like, I couldn't, at the time, I didn't know why it was such a big deal. And then you look and you're like, oh, he did all this stuff. This is actually, he's a bad motherfucker. If he's in this match, obviously we didn't do much there, it was just kind of an interesting angle with Sammy Callahan and Daisy Hayes and Delirious, but weird stalker angle almost. I don't know what played today, but
those Switchblade conspiracy promos were fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Just like the way that,
And I think it's the only time they might have done it twice. That's the only one I think I found, but yeah. So I think it's, and again, that's kind of one of those, put your kids to bed. It's like, they're telling you when it's going to be, versus, and they kind of do some of that stuff on Dynamite, but there's worse stuff on other channels.
Absolutely. I mean, looking at the tag team match with Brodito, he got busted open by the pipe by Stokely, and the camera kind of picked it up kind of weird, like the pipe got dropped or something.
Yeah.
But like Brody got some insane color for a TV match, but it was setting up the pay-per-view to make that match a triple threat.
Absolutely.
So I think it makes sense. It makes sense in the sense of the storyline, because like it's not violence for the sake of having violence. It's a vehicle. It's going somewhere. And if anyone's going to do it, why not trust AEW? They're clearly allowed to do it based on what their TV rights or the constraints of their contracts are. So if you're going to do it right and you're allowed to do it, why the hell not?
Which is always funny to me, because I remember after WCW went so far with things, they got reined back by standards and practices of Turner on the same channel. And now TNA's, this is a different era where we can say fuck at 9:00, on cable now.
Yeah.
So like, I watched some of those shows and I'm like, oh, this is on after 11, right? And like, no, it's like 9:30. I'm like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, it's cable. There's actually no rules. Yeah. And that's just self-imposed. But, advertisers or whatever, maybe you're concerned about. But yeah, I think not everybody's going to like it, but they're finding their audience, and that's what they're super serving that audience. And I've always had that argument with that. So
I will say this, as somebody who isn't the biggest fan of, or the biggest deathmatch fan, I get it. Like I do get, like, whenever that happens, the story behind it matters. But I also get that if you don't like that deathmatch wrestling, there's, in that same pay-per-view, there was the Athena and Tony Storm match. There was a lot more stories, a lot more wrestling there that can turn you towards your match. So it doesn't have to be the be-all end-all that you just saw a lights-out guy with, you saw a fork spot in the ear spot, or you didn't see Darby Allin jump through 2 tables for God knows why.
And when you have a 9-match show that's 5.5 hours, and you decide maybe I won't watch that lights out gross out match, you probably don't feel like you still feel like you got your money's worth. You know what I mean? So, absolutely. And I think that's the thing. I think I may have said this recently, or said this off to somebody else or something. They're playing a different game. ESPN aside, but WWE has devalued their pay-per-views, because it's whatever you're paying for not Netflix internationally or Peacock, which is almost free for everybody at this point. I get it with my Grubhub, I think, like I was like, oh, okay, sure, it's got commercials, I guess I'll watch Twisted Metal and whatever. Yeah. And versus, a $60 pay-per-view in the States, I think it is, I think AEW feels the pressure to make sure you got your money's worth, that there's something for you. Here's 10 matches. Yeah. And that's their answer to that. Because you're like, if you turn in a 5-match card like we're going to get into for Clash of Paris this weekend and paid $60 for that, I don't think it works. I don't think you're getting the TKO money. I don't think it happens for WWE under those circumstances. They devalued, pushed eyeballs, sold advertising, got TV rights. Like, it's a different game plan altogether, and they killed it. They absolutely killed it, until the point where now we're going to have to pay a little bit more. But that's not on them. That's on the providers. So,
and when you have so many different platforms and options for watching, you're now alienating your audience.
Yeah.
You're now making them go to 3 different apps.
Yep.
And wherever
it's harder.
And accessing the library in the back catalog too is even more of a pain in the ass.
But all of it's going to YouTube. So the other thing is, it's on a platform. You get to roll it out again on the new platform. You get to roll it out again on YouTube now. You get to roll it out again on Netflix, here internationally. Like it's a, I understand this from this concept from what we do on our YouTube is like you roll out, re-roll out, you put it on this new platform in front of an eye. Somebody's going to see it for the first time, or, oh, hey, this is back. Oh man, SummerSlam 92 is back. I got to watch that, is on the YouTube, and now you're there. Now you're on the other platform. So it's all, content reuse is really big if you have the content, right? Repackaging, repushing out. Here's the best of, here's this, like that, other ways. You're not going to sit through SummerSlam because you don't care about the Mountie match, but you're going to get a best of SummerSlam where you can watch.
How dare you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, such a bad example. It's the only
dare
person I
you.
can think of. I don't know.
I'm a fake Canadian. I take offense to that.
Okay, Akeem the African Dream match. Okay, since we were talking about that a few weeks ago, weren't we like showing intern John that on Patreon? They're like, okay, he was managed by this guy Slick, and he's Akeem the African Dream, and then John looks at him and says, "What?" So, like, yes, this is what we did. It's okay. It was the 80s, which is not okay, but it was the 80s. I have the same thoughts when I watch Short Circuit 2 back. This is actually very problematic, some of these characters in here, but it's my childhood. Either way, thank you guys for supporting this and reliving our childhood. You keep me stocked in Transformers Band-Aids when I hurt myself. Anyways, thank you everybody that does support us. Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. We're going to give you some Patreon updates. You learned about Preston Everest being in a Popeye movie. We need to put that clip out. So, yes, he was. And we're talking about Pretty Boy Smooth movies a little bit, too, turns out. So, independent film star Preston Everest, apparently, we found out a couple weeks ago. That's the kind of stuff. That's kind of the hot exclusive content you can get over there. And, of course, thank you to everybody that does support the show over there at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show at the fan of the show level. Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as Team Hammerfist, Tupac Family, Bubba Brewer of the Triple B Podcast, APWF, Jason French, the Dave Prop Partner, Rats in a Trench Coat, Tony Kincaid, T-Pop, True Prince of Pro. Pizza Club level is the Riz. And at the manager level, Bradley.
So, I'm not. I don't want to post the picture.
Why?
Whoa.
I don't want to post the picture.
Okay.
Riz has receipts.
Sorg, do you have the video?
There's video evidence.
Oh, the clip from the show that we got the picture from?
The clip?
Yeah, we may have just today because if you didn't know that VCW is coming back this weekend. Hold on, there's some guy named John. And then so we did repost the moment.
Oh, that yes, yes. The wedgie Hernround McMecken.
The wedgie herd around West Virginia. There it is. VCW is back.
I will not post the picture anymore.
Well, you got to harass
because
Bradley
now there's
like
a
that.
video.
Now the hiatus is done. It's not like I never post the video before, I don't think.
I know. I know.
But, different context, different audience. See, repackaging content. What have we been talking about?
Synergize.
So, synergize. Yeah, like I posted, randomly I posted again, Ray Lynn attacking Bradley from several years ago. We've posted it before, but this time a lot of people thought, there's a whole conspiracy theory about that's her dad.
Holy shit! This is like the continued history lesson that I need.
Yeah,
like this is all the lore.
This will be Patreon. We'll just teach you like the history of Pittsburgh, Cleveland area.
I love it.
We were talking about Prime Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Ohio, and some of the history and incidents from that.
My eyes lit up like a Christmas tree.
Oh man, there's some stuff. I'll have to send you some links.
Man, there's some stories about a couple of wrestlers that I kind of want to talk about.
Uh,
At a baseball field where they were completely drunk.
What was?
and
Wait,
wrestling.
oh, you're talking about another incident. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. Which one was that? I don't know. Like
That was the
you're not narrowing it
second
down. This is the second one. I can't remember who
That
was
was
drunk
the
there.
second. That was
I
the
just
second
remember.
baseball
I just remember hentai
where-
selling the black Mac because it was so hot. You know.
Yep, there was that one.
Mhm.
I think that was the same one where Norm Connors actually started yelling at the band because they were playing over the wrestling, and then also Marshall Gambino wanting to actually physically. I'm not gonna get into that one.
Was that a bad time to heckle him during that match? Because there's a great picture.
Oh,
Because we would
yeah.
like have like 4 of us in a row that would go, like the whole Mayhem crew at the time. And
I
this is
think
like
that was
this
the
is like
first time you and I spoke.
this is like 2007. Riz is apparently sitting beside us for the first time, and we would
I was
like
behind
all
you.
stand up and say, "Hey, Gambinos, move this," because they were the Gambino Moving Company at the time. So,
Okay.
and that was there's a picture somewhere of me, you know, doing this, and just Marshall just looking at me like, huh? Like it keeps floating around the internet every once in a while. Anyways, there's a lot of stuff at WWE happening this weekend. It's a sigh with it, by the way.
Yeah,
NXT.
why you sound so sad?
NXT Heat Wave, because there's a lot of wrestling I got to catch up, and I'm already filming a lot of wrestling. You'll be filming on Sunday as well, actually. We'll get into that in a little bit. So we will not be watching Clash in Paris. That's happening.
Oui.
Damn it! We should
Oui,
still
oui.
watch. We should come home after our Texas Roadhouse.
Or just watch it at Texas Roadhouse.
We just watch it at Texas Roadhouse. You know what? We could actually. We just put it on the phone in the corner and say, "Bring me some more bread and butter and some rolls and butter," and we're gonna catch up on it. So I don't know. I don't even know because they have NXT stuff up right now.
Ask your garçon to bring you out a baguette with extra cinnamon butter and
They're gonna be so mad if we call. First of all, they're usually ladies, so if we call them garçon, that's
some garçon just comes to mind. Like I've been hit with a baguette before. So
yeah.
like,
Oh, don't get me started on baguettes. You ever hear about the baguette on the pole match?
Oh no.
Wait, didn't this one get posted recently?
I think it
Or
might
no,
have been actually.
No.
I
think that
had
was
some
the
clips. No,
match
I did repost it.
before
I did
that. You
repost
did?
it.
It was,
Yeah.
Wasn't it Chest Flexor and Mambo?
Yep.
Yeah. I
And
pay attention to the product. I watch the
That's
product.
good. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good to
yeah,
see.
yeah.
It's a history lesson, right?
Yeah.
So I keep doing this. I just did this to Danny Moe a couple weeks this week. They posted about an old Cage Fury show that they were all on, and like her and Gory are like posting on it. So I just like, man, here's the YouTube link. So that's my favorite thing to do to people. I'm like,
oh,
man,
you mean
wasn't this
this?
great? Who was on there? What happened there? And I was like, here's the show.
Here's the thing.
Because they're all
Enjoy.
on YouTube. Anyways, no, that's Heat Wave. No, that's last month's show. Clash. Oh, it's the bad looking one. Oh my god, just like this
It's
like
the Starry Night.
I opened up Netflix across the border. And you're greeted by a Roman Reigns staring at you in that style, in that Starry Night style, and I'm just like,
Just know that people are going to sit on Starry Night Roman Reigns' face that entire show.
yeah. So we do have Logan Paul and Cena. That's going to be the headliner, no matter what. You know, I mean, that's kind of it. Heavyweight
so
championship match: Seth, CM Punk, Jey Uso, LA Knight. You got Roman Reigns and Bronson Reed. Will he get his shoes back? Who knows? Sheamus and Rusev in an old-fashioned Donnybrook match.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
Yeah, I'm here for it. They were a dark match on SmackDown SummerSlam weekend.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll watch this again. I'm
sure.
here for it. You know?
Absolutely.
And they still like went pretty hard on being a dark match. So, and of course they had another match Monday. So I think it was kind of a,
Little
run
feeler out.
through.
Yeah.
As if they needed to run through, out between them. Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship, of course. So that's been. I loved Becky's work the last two. I caught up on Friday and Monday, and
Didn't she talk shit on Ozzy?
She
Yeah,
she said that he's the only other good thing that came from there, but he moved to LA.
That's not that stiff.
No,
That's
no,
not
no,
that bad.
No. But it was a pretty good rundown of the
Yeah.
town, because it was their hometown and stuff. So, and they got work to do. So no, between the two, like she's obviously having fun being at home. I love when she said that she's like, "Does my hometown so bad? I actually tried to get the TV canceled for tonight."
That is good. That is good.
So,
That is damn good.
I think it's going to be a fine show. I mean, one, I love that they're international. I just love these crowds. These crowds are so much fun.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll learn a new chant that will adapt over here. That's the other thing. Like the chants are coming over here. The Olays are happening here. Like the Dominics, like we're doing with the Dominic and everything. Like it's a. You know, I'm waiting for the, if you're down, like whatever the chant is, if you're okay with Roman, push your finger up. You know, I remember one of the first NXT UK shows they did. If you hate so and so, put your shoe in the air, and people took their shoes off and raised them in the air. It was a fucking wild.
Was it Baron Corbin?
It might have been Baron Corbin. Yeah.
Whoa.
Like
I need to find my joke book again.
Oh no, you don't. But I don't have much to say about the show because I mean, I'm sure it's fine. It's standard. Standard WWE fare is really good, but there's not much to say about it, right?
There's 5 matches.
There's five matches. It is the anti AEW show, you know. And I love, and even what the SummerSlam was 6 or 7 matches, right? And it was still 4 hours.
Right. So like if you break it down to an hourly cost, like it still makes sense. Cause
Yeah.
like is it what, like $50,
It's
$60?
okay. It's okay. It's whatever I'm paying for Grubhub.
Yeah.
I just
yeah. Thank you, Grubhub.
Thank you, Grubhub, for the clash, bub.
Please sponsor us, Grubhub.
Yeah.
Please send us baguettes.
I had a.
Well,
I have a
the
thought
thing-
for Patreon. Let me get that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the reason why they would have had that 6th match with Stephanie and Naomi.
Maybe the Brie and Becky was thrown in there to replace that.
Maybe.
You know, maybe there's another match coming this week that's going to be the fill-in for that. Obviously, they moved Stephanie to a different
Like
thing
maybe a
because
tag
I feel like they're
match
trying to figure out what they want to
or
do in the absence of Naomi getting pregnant, which
something
we did
other
not
than
talk
a
about last week, by the
singles
way.
match.
Maybe there'll just be an impromptu match with Crazy Bailey and herself.
that could be
Which
true.
I am
The
here
triple
for,
threat.
by the way. That is getting better week to week. You know. Also, I understand. You know, I feel in the post Lucha Underground world, but we're watching a video, and we're all watching a video of Bailey, and hearing the voices in her head talking to each other.
That's so cool.
It's so we saw the Ultimate Warrior that Hogan saw in the mirror to be.
Whoa.
but Eric Bischoff couldn't.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like it's so like a little, you know. It's as detached from reality as the over-the-top, we are going to kidnap Briscoe and burn him alive, I think they were going to do.
Yeah, that's how you make a match.
To get your match.
That's
you
how you make
know?
a match.
Yeah.
Threatening
I
to
was
light another human on fire, especially Mark Briscoe of all people.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably flammable, but still, you know.
Everybody's flammable once, sort of.
You're covered in enough chicken shit. You're probably able to be lit on fire.
Yeah, that's true, too. That's true, too. So, we had chickens. It just threw me back. That smell. Oh no. Oh my God. Why? Did
Traumatic
that just
memories
come
coming back to Hunt Sorg. Oh
it
no.
did. Oh, it
No,
did.
no.
Oh, the
They're
chicken
seeping
coop.
in.
Oh, the chicken coop. No. Okay. All right, moving on. All right, I need a second on that one. And that's it this weekend, right? They're going to do Paris. I think SmackDown and Raw. So they're doing a Paris takeover. They're not doing any kind of like NXT or anything over there. But still, I think this is a Sunday afternoon for us. So it's going to be 2 p.m. Eastern,
Cool.
11 Pacific for Tina out there. So yeah, a nice afternoon show for you guys. You can still go drink.
This
drink
show
that
might
night.
be done at like 3 o'clock
What?
with 5 shows, with 5 matches.
3 o'clock,
Maybe
maybe like
done at
5. Maybe like
5.
5 or so. I don't know. Is there UFC that
Yeah.
night?
Probably. Well, I think they do have a show.
It's
that
like
day.
all the time now, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
man, when are you going to get into? I saw an image of Johnny Gargano on something for the bull race or the bull rodeo.
Of course,
the
Johnny
PBR
Gargano's
stuff they
gonna be at
have.
the bull race.
There's like-
the bull rodeo.
Yeah, they're doing some cross promotion. I don't know if it's coming to Cleveland or something. It's coming to Pittsburgh actually. So I was like, and I think it's on Fox Nation. Or is it okay? So they do have TV for that, and this is a
Don't
TKO
ask me how I
product.
know that.
I saw an ad. The only way I got ads is because of my free Peacock, and whatever they have on at the gym. Okay, and yeah, so there's that. I'm just happy that they turned off all the news channels at the gym. I don't know who did that, because all three used to be on across the thing, and now it's just like usually like local-ish stuff is the most you get in the sports channels. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get this.
I just watched the camera one that has just like the GoPro camera.
Oh, I love the GoPro channel. Yeah, I love
which
that.
also sometimes have like here's the weird world records that you have that are out there. Like, this lady did a split underneath 500 cars.
Are we
500 miles?
Are we all going to Planet Fitness? Is this? Are we all looking at the same thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure. So, because we all know the channel now.
That massage chair is amazing.
Yo, I tried the hydro thing today. Oh my god, it is changing my life. I am so relaxed.
I wish I could be as chill as you, Sword. I really wish.
Listen,
I'm tired.
I got these gummies. Okay, between the gummies and then I got the black card. Bring a friend. So if you want to go to Planet Fitness with me tomorrow, we'll get you in that chair. Okay, ooh. And like you need it. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at this. Oh,
I'm old. I'm tired.
I work with wrestlers. That's what I say all the fucking time. Whenever I'm not having it at a show, I'm like, I'm old, I'm tired, and I fucking work with wrestlers. You know,
it's so funny because like Allison, my wife, can actually say stuff like that because she works with children. So she'll come in the door, and the first thing she'll say to me is, "I'm old, I'm tired, I'm hurt, and I work with fucking children." I'm like, yes, you literally do. You can say that.
How is she getting hurt? Like, you have an excuse. You're a wrestler,
dude.
What is happening? What grade is it? If that's not too much info.
I think it's like up to 2 or 3 years old. So like, some of the kids are strong, and like,
some of them
she got some biters.
So, yeah, I say some of them are biters, right?
She got some little moxies on her hands.
I got you. So, anyways, that was the WWE report. Let's move on from there. We'll talk about why you're tired, and part of that's because we're going to IndieWrestling.us, and I still haven't upgraded this thing. Still the old ad, but whatever. It's still there. It still works. IndieWrestling.us.
It works.
RWA's Renegade Rumble was this past weekend. A lot of new faces to West Newton were a part of that. A lot of surprises. Riz was surprised. I was surprised. Jim LaMotta was in it.
Jim LaMotta was very surprised.
Yeah, he was. Tony Kincaid was very surprised. By the way, props to Rob for giving the Bret Hart run-up to him getting announced. So I really appreciate that. Intern John was on social media for that. IndieWrestling.us, that's up there. Neopros, Grand
Royale.
Is it Grand Royale? It's that's up there. I can always look at our site and see what's going on. And also the big announcement. Did you see the big announcement today, Riz, of what's coming out tomorrow?
No.
Tomorrow we are dropping the first ever pro wrestler poker session on the YouTube. Are you here for it, Riz?
I'm here for it.
Are you here for it, Riz?
Because I know the lineup and I'm here for it.
Yes. Are you ready to see? And I'm trying to get on the back end so I can show you a little bit of video. Beastman, Gory, Tad Jarvis, and the Gavel David Lawless playing poker.
Hell yeah.
That's it. That's the pitch. That's the execution. That's what we got. So got that edited in today, and let's see if I can give you a little visual preview of this while we're at it. No, I can't. I don't know why I can't. It's all on the back end. So no, you just got the image. So that's going to drop, I think, at 7:30 tomorrow night. It's going to be a nice kind of background lesson, I think, for the most part. So I don't know. So
there's got to be some funny stories at that table.
There were definitely some interesting stories at that table. So, and they kept looking back at him. I'm like, you're recording, pal. So there is that. And I'm waiting to get the message about why did you include that? Because I was like, because you think I edit this. So there's that. Don't talk about Jim LaMotta. Oh, Tony Kincaid is in the chat room.
Hi, Tony.
Yeah. How about that, Tony?
How is that?
I mean,
awkward.
Tony had a bad time.
Tony.
He had a battle with the Rumble with Jim LaMotta and his
I think we have a
pants
video
that
of
night.
don't we?
You know, did you see what happened to his pants?
Tony took a tumble.
So Tony took a tumble. Tony split his pants.
Jim LaMotta eliminated Tony Kincaid.
Yeah, that's the headline. I'm burying the headline on this
Yeah.
one. I was trying to get them to go to the show on the network, Riz.
Gotta reel
I
him
mean,
in.
Yeah. That was
I'm
the
just
teaser.
saying.
Reel him in.
What's going to happen other than the clip that's
You don't know
everywhere on the
how
internet?
Tony Kincaid got eliminated.
Actually, you do because it's all over the internet.
Yeah.
We did clip that.
do.
You want to
we
see
did clip
Beastman
it.
eat a sign?
And we have posted it a lot.
You want to see Beastman make a child cry?
Hell yeah.
I mean, that was accidental, but and gave him a.
I'm
stuffy.
still not over
That's
me
cool.
crying sore because I think you very
You
much.
cry every show, Riz.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Sometimes it's about Beastman too.
sometimes I cry a lot for Beastman too. Speaking of crying at wrestling shows, Casey Warr, you're doing your first show this weekend.
Yes. Yeah, hell yeah.
This is your first time that you've put together a show.
Yes.
This is a joint venture between 880 and I believe Enjoy Wrestling is a part of. No. Okay. So I thought I saw him on a flyer somewhere. Anyways, so it's an 880. It's an 880 joint.
Correct.
Thank you for clearing that up.
All good.
Before I put it somewhere.
All good.
So tell us a little bit about what we're doing in Cleveland this weekend.
Yeah. So my wife and I were approached by Great Lakes Brewery. We have a long-standing history with them. We went out there for a tour of the brewery, our first anniversary of us dating, and we got married there in December of 23. And we've been friends with the staff since. And they're all super huge wrestling fans. Every time we go out there, we tell them to put on 880, put on the Enjoy show. We've watched enough Saturday night's main events out there with everybody. So it was a conversation of just a simple text message. Hey, how do we get wrestling here? And I said, I know some people. Well, let me see what I can do. And so I talked to basically everyone that I knew, and we're just putting together the show with 880. We have some friends coming in that we've announced today. We have some more announcements to make, but yeah, right outside the Great Lakes Brew Pub on Market Avenue, it is Professional Wrestling Live featuring 880 Wrestling.
I love that. Now, and this is obviously this is a town that's I think it's a good wrestling town, Cleveland. Obviously we know AIW Exodus there. We're involved with other promotions. We were talking about some older ones earlier. So it's like, you got to know the history of the town you're going into, pal.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, so the match that was announced today was this one here, and you're involved in it.
I am. Yes, that is the fourth line. We called out Vandal 48, Atticus and Otis Coder, the hometown guys. Brandon and I obviously know what they can do. I feel like that we both kind of ride in similar circles, and we haven't crossed paths yet. But there's no better time to cut to the chase. Just run directly headfirst into it, and we called out Vandal 48 to come out for this show.
Excellent. So that's your first announcement. Obviously, a lot of 880 is going to be involved in this. Is there anything else that we can kind of, I know it's coming out in the next couple of days. Is there anything else we can kind of exclusively drop here on the show?
Absolutely. After the events of Friday's show, Amateur Wrestler Presents 880 Wrestling, I got kind of screwed over in the main event. We believe in rankings being a thing. But I also believe in retribution because it's also 2 years since Casey Warr's retribution at 880. Envy Young still owns half of this company. And got together with Envy and said, hey, I think the leaders by example could use a little bit of a example of their own. So there's a little bit of comeuppance in partnership with our friends here at IndieWrestling.us. It is going to be the leaders by example, Clayton King, amateur wrestler Reese Hayes, and some guy named John against TME and Envy Young.
That's a big team.
Yes, it is.
It's a lot of meat on that team.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I personally am very, very excited about that one just because a certain little ferret boy certainly has some comeuppance headed his way. I think that Reese has lost himself in his mustache and whatever nonsense comes with that. And I don't need an excuse to pick on John.
Listen, with great mustaches come great responsibility. Okay? So, right? So, a side note, do we think Riz can pull off a mustache?
I mean, I shaved everything off, kind of everything, but full beard mustache kind of situation.
I think you
Like,
just do
I
that.
could,
I think I think you do the long mustache.
I mean,
like come down to here, and just cut the. See, I can't
I
do the chin. I
shouldn't.
can't do the
Yeah,
chin. So yeah, good.
but
My
I
chin's
shouldn't
no
be
good.
saying anything because I am wearing the shirt.
What do you wait?
Damn
What do you got
Riz.
there? What do you got there? Well, show us. Show the people what you got there on video.
I didn't know there was going to be a guest here today. But I am wearing a Leaders by Example T-shirt that I got from some guy named John. Right before he lost, or right before his match on Friday.
Did you get it from?
So you're welcome.
At intermission by chance?
Yes, I did.
Wait. So you literally got the shirt and then watched him lose in
Yes.
2 minutes to Liberty and lose the belt
Yep.
directly after.
That's a good kind of curse in my book.
Yeah.
That is the best way to curse John. Thank you, Riz.
You're going to be like,
You're welcome.
Listen, I think you want a Reese Hayes shirt. I think you want a Dead Hand Society shirt.
My history with wrestling shirts have been nonstop garbage.
Okay.
Like, I think it started with the Captain Charisma Christian shirt.
Okay.
I bought it in Ocean City, Maryland, when they were in town. A few weeks later, he left.
Oh no.
Listen, you can't beat mine. You can't beat mine.
I bought a Mr. Kennedy shirt.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Probably a week before he left.
Left?
was left behind.
Yeah, or just was.
Listen, you can't beat
discarded.
mine. You can't beat me. Listen, as a lifelong Hulkamaniac, and finally get a Hulkamaniac shirt like a month before the tape drops.
I still have it's my Hulk Hogan Wrestle Buddy's still up there, Sorg.
Yeah, I know. That's why he's always in timeout, so that's okay. So
Yeah.
I still have my. I mean, yeah. We don't have to go through that again. Anyways, about this show. Anything else we can talk about this show coming up?
You know what? He talked about it on his Twitch stream a couple weeks ago, so
Okay.
call it a little bit of guerrilla marketing.
Okay.
Another very near and dear friend to us at 880 will be in action. The GCW champion, Effie, will be in action at Cleveland.
Yes, love it. And I cannot think about the last time he's been to Cleveland. I don't know who he would have been in there for. So that might be a rare showing for him in that town.
Hell yeah.
So that's cool. And we don't know what he's going to do yet, right?
Don't know yet. We'll figure something out for him. I know that there's a bunch of people in the 880 locker room that would love a shot at the GCW World Heavyweight Champion. So
Speaking of GCW that we're talking about earlier.
exactly. So they can do everything. So
yeah, that's right.
We're really excited to have them on. So it's not gonna be Brandon and I, but there's some people. I'll probably have a lot of messages after this to go through to see who wants a shot at Effie.
Looking forward to that. So that's good. So I feel like this is a question I'm going to ask now and afterwards, and it's my standard question, obviously. But you are 4 days out from this show.
Yep.
You've been working on it for a while. That you can tell us. What have you learned from this experience putting together a wrestling show for the first time so far?
Yeah, there's so much to account for. Like it not just to make the wrestling portion happen, but like working with a venue and looking at production from the most top-down perspective as possible, because my history in production was I was a front of house sound engineer. I worked concerts and theaters for over 10 years, and I stayed out of stage management and anything with administrative role as long as I could. I hated it. And now I've learned a lot about staying organized with myself and just like another facet of being a good collaborator. But holy shit, is it hurting cats? It's a lot. It's a lot to handle. I definitely feel for everyone that does this on a consistent basis. I know very much so that it can be a thankless job, but I am beyond stoked for the opportunity, and just to know that like we were asked to partner with Great Lakes, a place that means so much to us, that it is like production brain takes me to like being the most stressed portion.
Yeah.
But once everything comes together, and like you and I have had these moments on shows with 880 of like when everything comes together, it is the most rewarding experience in the world. So I'm anxiously looking forward to 8 o'clock on Saturday. So
I'm looking forward to 2 o'clock on Saturday. So because you know me, you've seen me stress at shows.
Oh, yeah.
What do I always say? Riz knows this. I think he said it to me the other day when I was having problems. It was, what did you say, Riz?
Bell number 1.
Give me to the bell. Give me the first bell.
Give me the
Yes,
bell,
give me the
first
first bell, and then we'll be okay.
Exactly.
You know, everything before that is but you give me the first bell and everything's rolling and there's no problems. We're good.
Smooth
you
sailing.
know. The hardest part is the start of the show for me, and even as it is, like we're not streaming the show. We are recording. We'll have IndieWrestling.us cameras there to capture the show. And it's an outdoor kind of show, so it's it's not going to lend to be a stream anyways. But so there's I don't want to say there's less, but there is like one whole aspect you don't have to worry about on that one. And we're taking care of it. No, that's going to be really good. Always love seeing wrestling in Cleveland. I say good history there between obviously like promotions we work with up there. And I was telling you about, Premier Wrestling back in the day, Prime Wrestling, PWO, a great history in that town. And it's cool to see you guys bringing the crew up there for that,
Yes.
So, and you don't see this too often too, is now you've seen 880 Wrestling has gone to Philadelphia, is now going to Cleveland, as a brand, I guess. So like that not a lot of companies do that.
Right.
I can only think of a handful in the relative area that crosses the border even.
It's because it's so challenging. Like, we are so accustomed to having our weekly shows Thursday at the shop. We have our shows
It's
Friday.
bottled almost.
Exactly. So like we're self-contained, everything's there. The outside variables we're already accustomed to. We have a plan in motion and so much stuff figured out after consistently doing this for closer to 3 years at this point. So it takes so much work, and I think that's like why this is able to happen, because it's not falling on the shoulders of people that are already burdened with making the weekly show work.
Yeah.
So being an offshoot is a really cool experience, and like to me, it goes back to a lot of the punk rock DIY roots. Like Brandon has been in bands that have toured and stayed in crashed on people's couches and played in their basements, and so it's like it's kind of the same thing, but Great Lakes is a massive brewery to scale, but it boils down to friendships. And, this wouldn't be happening if we weren't so close with them and didn't have such a close relationship with them. And we literally gush about it all the time. So it's a really awesome partnership.
Very, very cool. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to see what else is going on that day. It's 2 to 8 down there, Great Lakes Brewing. If you're in the Cleveland area, please come out. I know there's a few people listening from up there. Also, not far of a drive. Guys, come up, have a good time. Cleveland isn't a bad city to visit, that's for sure. I was just up there for an ICP show a couple months ago. And obviously what we do with the wrestling groups up there. So it's and SummerSlam was a lot of fun last year too up there. So it's especially that day. And if you just seen it, you can go see all the spots from the Superman movie.
Yeah.
Where you can find that crack. If you know, I guess. And I think most everybody's watched it by now. Either way. So that's happening, and we have from the chat room. Potter reminds me that I also shut down NXT before COVID. I did go to the last show at Full Sail before, like 2 weeks before COVID.
Wow.
Because they went to the Performance Center because they always leave because of graduation.
Right.
For like a month. And turns out that was the last time they were ever there. I think they're coming back like next month
Cool.
I think for the first time ever.
I'm hoping like one of the times that we're down in Orlando for Fest or something that like it's always been on the list to go to see an NXT show.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know how easy it is to get into now that it's like the smaller space.
We got the hook up through Aaron. Like
That's
we were down there with Aaron, Kazumi, and Zane, and like they're super in tune and how to get on all those shows and stuff.
If not, I might have a connection down there.
Hey, homies help homies.
Homies help homies. We might be listening right now. So
you're all appreciated.
So, anyways, a lot of stuff going on there. What was the other one? Casey. Oh, so Casey, how much do all those handshakes and hot dogs cost from Potter?
Well, actually, they're serving chicken wings at the show. So,
this is an upgrade. Is there catering? Is there?
Hey,
there we go. And I do need to mention there is another show happening this weekend on IndieWrestling.us. We are streaming the VCW show on Sunday. I'm going to get that information in front of me. This is going to start with a barbed wire no ropes match between Beastman and Jamie Jamison. God help me.
Did you say start?
Yeah, I might have broke that news, but I believe it's going to be the first match. Yes.
You're starting off.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's setting the tone. Like, I'm all about that.
Listen, think about the logistics of this. I don't really have a choice.
Cool.
No, it's gonna. I think we're kicking off with it from. I haven't seen the final lineup, but that's what I think we're doing.
Sorry if I caught on to the detail.
Yeah. What's that?
Sorry if I caught on to the detail
Yes.
too well.
just in case you missed it. But I'll probably get in trouble for that later. But anyways, no, it's gonna be a great show. Zeke Mercer's gonna be there.
Clayton King has an open challenge, I believe.
Clayton King has an open challenge. Zeke and Glenn Spector is going to be a thing. And they've had a tremendous feud there. This is going to be, I think, a street fight, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe we're going to have David Lawless and Super Oprah.
Yes. Yeah.
Is going to happen, which is, I mean,
that's going to be a hell of a match.
Yes.
I mean, that's going to be fun. We do have Mad Dog Myers in the Saturday Night Special. You know, we'll see if there's more wedgies in store for us. Who knows? Against Colton
Not
Quinn,
for us.
Izzy
Not for
Lambert,
us.
and the wrestling mime, one of our favorite wrestlers, Jean-Paul Les Miserables. So really good to see them again. I miss the wrestling mime. So good. So
We should
much
have
good
him on the
stuff.
show.
I don't know.
Does he have
Listen.
a lot to say?
Yeah.
Don't put him in a box like that. Damn it. Dad jokes. If you know, you know.
Oh,
the dad jokes are real.
Dad jokes all day. Dad jokes all day. What is this? I just found a really weird post that I will not get into right now. But I'm going to screen cap that for later and try to find the rest of these matches and not get into that controversy. Yo, Facebook be wild right now. That's all you need to know. There's barbed wire. There's Super Oprah. That's all you need to know right now. It's going to be on the IndieWrestling.us.
Man, the last time I saw Super Oprah, they were pulling barbed wire out of their
Oh,
arm.
shit.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate incident for everybody. So I don't think they were even supposed to be in that match. So
No, they
that's
weren't.
what happens when that's what happens. Don't come late to a show. Make sure your car doesn't break down. You might end up in the hardcore match. So, shit happens. But either way, and also you might make somebody wrestle for a half an hour in the crowd and scared small children that are lost and wandered into the building. It's another story for Patreon.
But hey, if you're in McMecken, go see the show.
Well, if you're
it's gonna be rad.
yeah, wander in. Who knows what you'll see? It might be Beastman and Congo Kong ripping up the joint, literally. Ask Cole sometime about that. So either way, a lot of stuff going on there. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk about something that happened on the West Coast that everybody's talking about, and then we're going to find out what everybody learned from wrestling this week. We'll be right back after this.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
So what we're gonna get is give you some Delta 8 gummies. They're really good, not too heavy, but it's enough to get you to sleep, and it kind of like lasts through the next day. Like you get the mellow to it, you know. Yeah. And then it's like, what's going on? Oh, hey, hi, we're back on the Wrestling Mayhem show. Not giving medical advice to Casey Warr. No,
we're talking about those like
melatonin gummies that you take.
Those Albanese gummies that are sold at Sheetz.
Sour Patch gummies.
I think that's exactly the thing.
Nice. Anyways, it's a Wrestling Mayhem show. I generally try to keep positive talk, but there was something that happened over the weekend that I think is worth discussing, and I love that having somebody in the business, because us as fans can pontificate on something, especially when it's like, okay, that wasn't supposed to happen, whatever the case may be. And that was an incident at Knox Pro this past weekend, and I'm still getting up on the details because I learned about it like at the end of the Forbidden Door show. Eamon and Merlin were talking to me about it, and I was like, "Did you see this stuff?" I'm like, "No, what are we talking about? What's happening?" Wait, Rampage Jackson has a son? First off. Anyways, so was it Raja Jackson was involved in the Knox Pro show? I'm not going to show any footage. It's pretty graphic and stuff, but we'll talk about it. Apparently there was some I don't know, we'll just call some shenanigans of some sort that led to this. But at some point, he decided that he had clearance, allegedly from the promotion, to do a run-in on a match. And when he did so, and I watched a clip of, apparently he was on Kick streaming at the time, like sitting in a chair at ringside, right? Sitting in the first row at ringside.
Live streaming.
And saying like, yeah, they gave me clearance. I can go at this guy. If he swings back at me, it's going to be, it's going to be done, kind of thing.
But didn't swing back at him.
No, he didn't have a chance. So those don't know, Raja ran into the ring and attacked the guy who apparently had thrown a beer can at him earlier in the night. So there's some he didn't just do this to do this, out of nowhere and stuff. So, and allegedly, somebody told him that, asked him what he knew of a receipt was in wrestling and things like that. And that's what led to this. Cops are involved. The guy was like, I think the guy is in a hospital last I knew. And it's kind of a sketchy situation. Knox Pro is, you guys don't know, is one of the co-owners is Rikishi. And it is a WWID, or at least it was, promotion. Those have, my understanding, has disappeared from social media since the incident. So, and also like, Katie and I visited this promotion. We were doing work, a year or so ago out in California, and we're like, hey, let's go check this out, and it was a fun, kind of wrestling show. And then they did a women's show, kind of double shot kind of situation. Right. It was fun, it was cool, but yeah, so they have a training school and all that kind of stuff. Obviously the WWID connection because Rikishi, so that'd be something of note. What was it? Toa Leone, that part of the Gates of Agony was there as part of it. Obviously part of the family, I believe. So this thing happened. I saw a thing. Somebody was on a stream with Tom Lawler today, talking about how the higher ups have told the rest of the roster and staff, if the police call, do not talk to them, which is kind of sketchy and not great. So like this is not being handled well, on top of not being executed well on this. From the wrestler side of things, I want to hear kind of your thoughts on this, Casey.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, a wrestler got hurt. And like not just hurt, he was assaulted in the ring, and like that should never happen. And especially like from the frame of involving like a celebrity or a personality or another athlete from outside wrestling, is that from my experience breaking the fourth wall. But from the production side, you need to be on the same page with everyone involved. It doesn't matter if you're a director, producer, or you're on-screen talent. Everyone needs to be on the same page and understanding what the direction of the show is. And there was, from what I understand, a clear miscommunication and misunderstanding of the circumstances. A backstage segment got taken personally from what I think I know. And the dude was just handed an excuse to hurt somebody. And like from the terrible footage, Stu couldn't even get his hands up from the moment he landed on the mat. Yeah. And this kid's a professional fighter or has experience in it. You know when a fight's over.
Yeah, and he was going. It's really kind of it's scary. It's scary. It's damn scary.
It made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
Like I told it, like anyone that has mentioned it to me, like I've had friends and family members outside of wrestling reach out and be like, "Did you see this shit that happened?" So yeah, it's disgusting and sickening and should never happen.
And we've been a part of things where we have an outsider person kind of involved in something, right? Classically we've had Katie involved in a thing or two. We've had Cameron people kind of used as, for some spots and things like that.
I've trained Sean Collier to take a pedigree from Joe Murphy.
That's
at
right.
880.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he's not trained. He's a TV personality that does the ring announcing for 880 Wrestling and enjoy.
Exactly.
And Kincaid points out that it was a sucker punch as well in the chat room. So, like the guy had no chance, especially against a professional fighter of this case. Tina's confirming that the WWID status has been revoked. And this also puts a damper on, what happens other places, right? WWID is connected to several promotions, and now somebody in the boardroom's going, "What are we doing? Why is our name on this thing that happened?" It got all over TMZ, partially, probably mostly because of Raja Jackson and the celebrity there. And then first you go in, it's like, this is WWE Superstar Rikishi's promotion and their WWID, and WWE's connected to this somehow.
Once they started peeling back the layers of the story, it all started falling into place of like, oh shit, there's like names and money and people attached to this that are in the spotlight.
Yeah, and on top of and they're saying the guy that he did to was a veteran that used wrestling for his PTSD. I think. Was Potter talking to us about that maybe earlier, or was that you? That was you talking about that, and it's just like, which I'm sketchy on that part of it, like as when I don't know if it's a good idea. Maybe it is. If it's therapeutic, I guess, hey, podcasting can also be a bad idea for BSC.
I mean, I can speak to personal experience. Like, I have had my foray in deathmatch and hardcore wrestling, and like part of it is cathartic for me. But like, also at the same time, like I'm kind of one of those weirdos that think that there's an art form to it, but there's definitely like storytelling and psychology. But like wrestling as a whole, like I have definitely gotten a very positive therapeutic-esque experience.
Sure.
So like, hey, to each their own. If that's how he copes with that, more power.
So, and to have something like this happen to him is not. Yeah. This guy's not going to be okay. And and frankly, there's no money to keep up on him. You know what I mean? I don't even know, other than somebody starting a Kickstarter to take care of this guy.
I think I actually saw something on Reddit or something that like Mr. Beast of all people, saw it and said that, hey, hook me up with anyone that can get me in contact with his camp to help him out.
Good.
So like, I hope that there's truth to that, like aside from whatever personal feelings that we have on a YouTuber, but someone to get involved outside of the scene and really look out for someone else like a human is what you want.
And if anybody in the chat has that on the Mr. Beast or whoever it may be, I'd love to see that too. Because I follow a lot of the Mr. Beast stuff. I'm professionally interested.
Yeah, right.
Also, Mr. Beast Burger was pretty tremendous in American Dream Mall, by the way. The one from Buca de Beppo, not great. But
Good Sorg?
What's that?
Buca wasn't that good, Sorg?
Well, they made it in a ghost kitchen out of Buca de Beppo in Station Square, and it tasted like it. Versus if you go to the actual one at the brick and mortar at American Dreams, deal. It's fresh. It's good. It's a lot more. It's good. Anyways, enough about hamburgers.
I kind of want to discuss this something though. As a fan, as somebody who doesn't want to get in the ring ever, but also somebody who's in production.
Yes.
Where was security?
Yeah, that was one of the things. Is like,
how did he you knew that that segment happened. You knew
wait.
I don't think there was any foresight from anyone on the staff or behind the scenes.
The way he beelined, there was no opportunity. There's no chance he was sitting ringside. Riz, he was sitting closer than they do at RWA.
Ringside, no barricades.
Yeah, ringside, no barricades. There's no stopping, and this is the thing that always scares me.
Yeah.
When there's a show like
Yeah,
that.
that's
Especially a
what's
show,
scary.
and especially the shows that we talk about in places where the people like believe this shit happens, and people have swung at wrestlers and hit them, just walking around outside.
I had a crowd spot at RWA. Like the first time I was there was a crowd spot with Johnny Norris.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know how much I should go into that, but like I had clear instructions on what to do.
Yeah, you were pulled from the crowd and attacked, right?
Yeah.
So it was one of the, but it was still like there was a very like delineated this, and this. I hope they told the security, that kind of thing.
Yes.
So so there's only so much you can do when this guy is an athlete that jumped in the ring and jumped the guy.
Yeah.
Right. And I think we were talking before about like we said the referee stood there.
Yeah.
And because
just complete shell shock. Like,
Yeah.
of course, in a situation like that where you're seeing a guy getting pummeled, it's you're just staring at the train wreck happening live in front of you.
Yeah,
and you don't know what the hell to do. There's
and
no
also
amount of
maybe
preparation.
did somebody call a spot that I didn't
somebody
know is
do
another
it?
question
Yeah.
that probably goes through his head until he realizes he watches what's happening enough to know, oh no.
Yeah.
And you know how responsive he is. I can't think of too many independent referees that are prepared for something like this. Like we know that if you have a run in at WWE, WCW, we've seen over the years, the referees kind of have a protocol of what to do.
Yeah.
I don't think that's taught at this level to anybody.
Probably because nothing to this scale has happened until now.
Yeah.
It's like the
Right.
rules being created after,
And that's a promotion by a WWE authorized trainer. So so I don't know, are we just not thinking about it at that point? Are we like, oh, it's going to be wrestling, whatever, like that gets scary too. Nobody was stopping them, train security or not. Biggest fear in RWA is someone, catching me from behind. Yeah, that's a scary thing, especially when we hear what they chant at you. So
they are ruthless in that
yo,
room. Like
Tony Kincaid is getting like fuck
Nuclear.
Zeke Mercer level
Oh,
to a certain
man.
point. Yeah, it's getting heavy down there.
We've seen it at 880. Like, some fans get carried away and get like in people's faces. And like, luckily, like, we have a good enough rapport with everybody to, de-escalate. It's never really a situation that's going to cross any lines. But like, that's the interesting place of where we're at in the business of how blurred the line is and who's in the know of what's actually happening. Like, it's obviously great to have surprises and everything like that, but safety should be paramount.
I think I'm going to make a joke here, but I think part of the answer is we need MMA referees to be hired as wrestling referees.
Dude, jump between them. Be
Yeah.
that body
Yeah.
in the middle. And that's like,
Dude,
yeah,
you do
absolutely.
not. Have you seen MMA referees?
They don't fuck
even at the
around.
independent level that I've worked. They could literally look. They look like they could. Most of the time, they were bigger than the fighters.
Yeah, and like I've seen like an incidental shot or something, follow through, get thrown, and the ref gets
Yeah.
hit, and he turns around and just goes, "Mother!" Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're about to get. There's about to be round 6. And,
Yeah,
oh.
this just became a 3-way.
An MMA 3-way. I don't know. Has this ever been done?
Actually.
Actually, more history lessons.
Listen, first of all, Carolina's fucking wild. Second of all, haven't you seen like the multi-person MMA thing from like Mexico or something? They can't do it in this country, I don't think.
No.
It's somewhere. Oh my god. I'm
Okay,
gonna
well,
find this.
I'll trade
Anyway.
you. I'll show you ice fights from Russia, where it's guys in full hockey
Yeah.
equipment and headgear, and they legitimately box at center ice. It is some of the sickest fights I've ever seen.
Russian Ice Fight Championship.
Yeah.
Okay, but
It's
have you
legit.
seen car jiu-jitsu?
Yes. Yeah. It's kind of like the guys with like the suit and tie too.
yeah.
Like that shit's really cool. I love jiu-jitsu and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's
that's crazy.
Gentleman something or other.
Oh,
I can't
man.
remember.
Gentlemen fights.
Yeah.
There's
If
the one where it's,
anybody's-
like tire fights where you have to get your tire wrestling, I think it's called, where you put your opponent into tire.
I hope you push them down a hill afterward.
If we did it in Pittsburgh, fuck yeah, you going down the incline. We're like, listen, Canton's right down the street. It's
You're going down the steepest hill ever.
steepest hill in the United States. Let's go 3 blocks away from here, or like the one getting to it's bad enough. Anyways,
It's like cobblestone
Back to
street.
this
You're in for a
moment.
bumpy ride.
there's this fence. Unfortunately, there's a fence over here on this other hill. So, what else want to disturb? Because the family in the back like feed deer in their backyard.
City deer, yeah.
City deer. Like I watch it from my back window. I'm just like, it's wild. Anyways, God, where do we go from here? 5v5 MMA fights are fun to watch, says Alex from California.
I just remember, I think it was wasn't it the Mountain? Didn't he didn't he do a UFC fight with two smaller guys?
I think he did. Yeah, absolutely.
And he just powerbombed one of them into the other one.
Because isn't the Mountain like legitimately the Hound's brother? Like is Thor Bjornsson?
Yeah, that was him, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, this is we don't get a tear down, but yeah, there you go.
Dude.
USA versus Russia, 5-on-5 team MMA fighting.
It's War Games in just one big ring.
It's War Games.
That's so sick.
It's wonderful. I saw this and I just lost my mind.
I kind of want that shirt.
Also, like whoever does the like armored MMA that happens out there, and then also like we find out like this is why I fear going to the Ren Fair here in Pittsburgh because we went to the one in Michigan because Baja was like literally 2 miles down the road.
Hell yeah!
And we're like, oh, okay, we got everything. Let's get out of here and go to our festival. And we got everything. We're good. But we go see the jousting and we talk to the guy afterwards and he's like, oh, we do the real jousting here. I'm like, what do you mean the real jousting? And we're just like, you see this chainmail and see the sticks and stuff. Like you go somewhere else, it looks like bad professional wrestling. And then I watched the video from the Pittsburgh Ren Fair and it looks like bad fucking professional wrestling. I'm just like, oh my God, no. He was completely right. They had the chintziest little wooden shields and stuff. And this guy's like showing us a spot on his chainmail where he had not covered up yet. And he since did. Yeah. And he's like, I've told this story so many times since last year. And it got the post was directly in his thigh.
Dude.
And he had to go to the hospital with this giant hole. Didn't realize he still had blood on his chainmail. He showed us. So he just we do like the real shit up here. I was like, that's
so cool.
Fucking because we like they had like a meet and greet. I'm like, KDR, and just like I want to find out. Like
I got questions.
Yeah, like I got questions, and he was so good at the trash talk. I'm like, fuck, this guy's a pro wrestler. He's got to be a pro wrestler. That's so cool. Not even a little bit.
That's so cool.
Not even a little bit.
That's gnarly because like I remember the movie Night's Tale. Was it the Heath Ledger movie where he's a jouster?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I remember some of the effects.
And everybody back there knew We Will Rock You.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Damn.
Those were the days. Anyways, let's see. Tony's saying Casey and I share similar sports backgrounds. Deck hockey fights are wild because they are equal parts uncoordinated and unstoppable, just pure chaos.
Tony and I had a conversation the last time I saw him. I believe that we did, I think, cross paths at Murraysville deck hockey at one point. Oh, yeah. But we have a bunch of mutual friends from like the staff and stuff. So it's always really cool to find out stuff like that.
Man, a lot of people from
small
the show.
World.
A lot of people on the show did deck hockey. Remember the Remedy and Chad the Shad did deck hockey. So
I mean, Pittsburgh being a great hockey city and the Penn's Foundation putting up rinks all over, there are so many small community teams, but like I was super fortunate to live near Murraysville and they have like a state-of-the-art facility that they built like a beautiful indoor rink and like it's been a staple out there for like the last 30 years.
The one behind the sheets?
Yeah.
We did an MMA show there.
That I remember we talked about that. Yeah.
That was like the stupidest MMA show I've ever been to. I mean, not because the promotion's great, but the fans were
insane,
and there were fights, and literally my commentators like, I'm glad I'm out here with a world-class MMA guy to protect me.
Oh yeah. So because that entire building's like one big Faraday cage, and like it's rough.
Internet was rough, and but there was a point where there was literally a fight on both sides on the outside of the cage.
Dude.
And that's when I'm like, where did my commentators go? Because I put a little camera on them to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are they standing and they're backwards? And I was like, because they were like watching out for shit, And I think we had CL was like bodying people as our Steadicam guy was going through the crowd to do entrances because we had no room. Dude. It was like, I think they went back since and were like, okay, good fucking luck, man, because that was like
that's an experience.
The beer line was right in front of my setups, and they kept putting beer on my equipment. I'm like, fuck off.
They don't know. I accidentally spilled beer on your gear once, and I have profusely apologized every show since.
Listen, the cameraman should have gotten the Iggy on that one and should have moved.
I love just getting the finger from above. Like, it was so good.
Oh,
at Penn Brewery.
Oh, the Penn Brewery where you're on the steps, and you didn't get on the equipment, but I saw you do it right above my head.
Yeah.
Above all my equipment.
Yeah.
And it was fine. Like it was like you didn't actually get anything on it, but I was like, you're literally above my head and I'm switching this show on hardware.
Yeah.
And you just smashed a can, and I'm just like, come on, give me that shot. There we go. That's the finger up in the air.
If you've ever seen the movie Goon, the Jay Baruchel movie with Liev Schreiber, it's about like hockey fights. But there's a scene where the Trailer Park Boys have a cameo, and they're in like a TV studio, and they're fucking with Jay Baruchel, and like you see them in the window just going ah. It reminds me of that every single time.
Oh my god!
There's like 3 people out there that'll understand
Sean William
it.
Scott movie.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, we're moving. We're
All
going
over the place.
all over the place. So we obviously need to move on here. First of all, I'm going to give a shout out to our friends with the old ad spot. If I can move this, our friends at Slice on Broadway. Hey, we have pizza back there. So, by the way, if you need food,
Dude.
we have. I don't know. They downgraded me the cheese pizza. I think they just forgot the pepperoni. So I don't know, or we just got. I don't know. Maybe it's the economy or something. I'm just like, oh, I got cheese today. I don't care. I can't get mad about free pizza. Maybe
it's world famous too, sort of.
it's world famous. The cheese pizza is literally the world famous. So maybe they're just like, oh, everybody gets cheese pizza now because we have a trophy for this. Yes, it's the world's greatest cheese pizza. They went to Vegas and found that out. But friends of Slice on Broadway, the OG, the original, right here up the tracks. There's 4 locations on this graphic, but there's so many more right now I can't even keep up. Riz finds them all. So go check them out. SliceOnBroadway.com. Thank you for supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza for over a decade and a half.
Damn. Award winning too now.
Wow. So we'll be celebrating with them as we move to celebrate year 20 of the Wrestling Mayhem show here in January. So I might have some ideas for how we may celebrate that. So with some friends of ours that I haven't told them yet.
Voluntold.
Well, maybe I've just inferred that to friends.
I didn't hear anything.
No. It's like everybody out there, please keep a secret. Hey guys, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
Don't let Uncle Tanahashi climb ladders. You don't need to do it. You're good. Go Ace.
Don't have exposed piercings going into a cage match.
That's like even less context than the beans.
Yeah.
The Darby Fork situation.
Oh,
I presume there was like a thing.
I don't know.
No,
if he has any ear piercings.
no,
I don't know. Mox
it's not
does.
it's not like the Jeff Hardy thing where he had the
The
giant
gauges?
loop thing. Yeah.
I'd have to check.
Where it's like the wrench going in the ear, and then when Randy just twisted it.
Oh my God, they did that in WWE. Wow. Like they vetted that. They vetted the shit out of that.
They
one.
Had to.
Had
to.
It's still gross as hell.
Yeah.
So-
But I mean, like, you've seen Mox's earring get, like, ripped out and shit. And
That's true.
gnarly.
I think he does it on purpose half the time. No blood. Fuck you. Rip. God. He is in a healthy way. Like he's getting like I went not scrawny, but he's getting thinner.
He's leaning out.
He's leaning out really
He
much.
just looks so much healthier since
Yeah.
coming back from recovery. And, like, give him so much credit for, like, getting himself sorted out and seeking help. Like,
But it also reminds me, like he was exceptionally skinny when we first saw him on the indies and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just like one of those guys like I don't see that guy bulking up, kind of things. But obviously it kind of worked out for him, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah. From the chat room, we have a couple. Wheel says, I learned I love working with Sorg on shows. Oh, thank you. It's because I bring you iPads with information about the show that you usually don't have.
You can hear us talk about shows.
Oh, that's right. We did
Throughout the
give them a
show.
headset. That's right. And then
Yeah.
when we're like, don't like how long a match is taking, we let everybody on headset know about it. But unfortunately, the booker wasn't on the headset. Anyway,
First World Production. You
he
don't
was
talk
he was
about what
bitching about it
happens.
somewhere else. So what?
First World Productions, you don't talk about on headset when you're off headset.
Mm-hmm.
You just,
Yeah. Thankfully, it's just us. I know the chain. So
Closed
we're
loop.
like,
Closed loop.
motherfucker. So we did have somebody that we brought to a promotion, and and he was like, "This place is pretty fucked up." And then and the promoter's on the ear with us because he's running sound in the back, and he said something, and he was like, he didn't mean anything by it. Was just like, it was just kind of like he meant like this is a pretty wild place, and different than the promotion he's usually at,
Fair enough.
And I just remember the promoter just like threw a comment, and he doesn't know him like either way, so and he still thinks the promoter hates him, and that's why he hasn't come back. We're like, no, man, the schedules didn't work out. It's just like, kind of thing. I think we literally had that conversation 2 weeks ago. So anyways, I've said too much. T-Pop says he learned that, wait, hold on. Tony Kincaid said that Bop is a great song and the Wonder Years slaps. Yes, I put the Becky Lynch song in my fucking playlist. That's
sick.
Fucking great.
Yeah.
I don't know the Wonder Years, but I'm finding out.
They're from the punk scene of music that I follow. So the Menzing areas and pop punky bands.
I think they popped up with something else recently too. Yeah, like some other viral thing that went around. So I'm gonna start putting them in. I like what I'm hearing so far. The Bop, the Bucks coming out to
their original themes.
Yes, and the gummy bears in the tack bag.
I love that spot so much. Just the smiley face on the bag. I knew that they're gonna fuck with the Bucks on this one. But to have gummy bears come out, that's
perfect. And then they ate them through the match. You see, somebody would do a move, pick one up, put it in their mouth, and then move on. I'm just like, oh, that's gross.
Oh, I know it's been on that mat.
T-Pop says, I also learned that KC should be the 880 champion right now, and I know he's going to get his revenge soon enough. We didn't even talk about it. That was Friday.
I've tapped out one former 880 champion and the current 880 champion on concurrent Friday shows, and I'm in 10th place in the rankings right now. That's why Reese Hayes is going to get his ass kicked by MV and TME.
There you go.
Fix it. I'm not saying it twice.
There you go.
I'll say it. Fix it.
That's it, Riz. You're in the fourth line.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You're growing a beard, not a mustache.
Yes, he can be
beard.
He can be like your Stokely.
Oh man.
He can be like he'd be like, I'm short and I got no hose.
Wow.
That's why we're the fourth line, and we're both very married.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Where are we at here? Podner learned that Javon Evans must be part bird because Opa caused him to fly. I think, didn't they do that twice last week? Threw him through the table from the ring. Also seeing Nyla on socials shows we need her on TV. These guys said something earlier about her winning a championship, I thought, in the chat room. So what is that?
I have no idea what championship that is.
I think you said, yep, I thought you were my person.
No, I saw the championship. I saw the thing. I just don't know what championship sword.
Oh, okay.
Could always use more Nyla on TV. She's a good juggalo.
Yes.
And her stuff on social media and the stuff that she's done with Serpentico has always been funny as hell.
Oh yeah.
I think the women's division is severely missing Nyla.
For sure. Tina learned I am here for Unhinged, Killer Cross, and Scarlett, and London wants Christian Cage to be their dad. Oh,
that'd be wild.
Because I was hearing that, and I'm like, are they singing to Nick Wayne's mom? I want to be my girl. Won't you be my girl? And then somebody was like, no, they're singing the Christian, and won't you be my dad?
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's the match I missed. I caught the.
Yeah, it was the opener. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I mean, it was a good opener, but it was just good to see those guys together again.
That's what everyone's been waiting for.
Just and here we are, but they're still not.
They're not on the same page yet.
Edge is they're doing that side hug. You saw that side hug at the end and everything, and just okay, it's just and I love. You just notice the Tron changed from father to asshole.
Yep.
For him. I love that it has evolved. It's the same Tron since he came into AEW, but it's just it would just change this word here. It's just okay. And the MJF was he's our asshole for a while. So now it's Christian's turn to roll that mantle, right? So since he's not the one catching people on fire.
The asshole you love and the asshole you love to hate.
T-Pop also learned that more people should be watching Pro Wrestling Ceasefire out of the UK, who runs some of the best shows in the indies for a great cause. I'll have to check that out.
Add it to the list.
Ceasefire, I understand. It's one of two things that's for. So, but we definitely go check that out. And I need to bring Wheels some slice on Broadway.
Yeah.
I did that one time, didn't I? Like,
No, you
I brought some down the
you,
show.
you gave Mike that one. You gave Mike.
I gave one to
Slice on
Mike.
Broadway.
Yeah, now the one the Pro Wrestling
think
Eve
you-
Championship.
Uh,
Eve has been popping up on my radar. Like it keeps getting recommended, or it either keeps getting recommended, or they think it's on our channel. Something weird was happening with social media with them for me for a little bit there. And she developed a British accent after she won.
That's cool.
I'm here for it. I am here for it. Okay. Guys, that's been the Wrestling Mayhem show. I think we all learned
what the
things, right?
fuck?
Riz, did you learn? Did we learn you?
no.
Oh, okay. Riz, learned you.
I learned that, and I'm not even going to talk about my bean anymore, Sorg. That one of my biggest pops of the night of the weekend wasn't just Jim LaMotta and Tony Kincaid. One of the biggest, I mean, that was one of the biggest ones I've seen in wrestling. But one of the biggest pops I've seen is tuning into Gamescom, just a random day. I think it was like at 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's a video game conference.
It's a video game conference, and just seeing the chicken yodeler from YouTube Pass.
Okay, I saw this in the text.
Yes.
I know
He did a
QuakeCon's still
full
a thing.
concert.
And he did
A
what?
full concert.
full
A
concert.
full-on concert.
The chicken yodeler.
You've never seen the chicken yodel.
Are you serious right now?
I am dead serious.
This is one of those things that I was like, didn't you? What do you? This is like, you're telling me that as if I missed an episode of The Office.
Sorg. This is the heyday of YouTube.
Is this like
It was
shoes?
fif-
Like Heyday YouTube? Like we talking like
It was
Rhett and Link drive-through
15
wraps?
hour, like
nice
there's 15 hours of this,
Okay. Okay.
of the same song.
Okay.
And the guy came out on what, like I said, I think it was a Saturday,
Okay.
to do that concert.
Was it featured on Red versus Blue? Was it a
Damn.
Rooster
No.
Teeth production?
No.
Headlight fluid? Anyone?
Homestar Runner?
Email.
Well, I don't think it was on home server. But yeah, I was almost late to RWA because I was watching them.
That explains
Chicken
a lot.
yodeler.
That explains a lot, actually. So
It explains a lot
It explains
about
a-
my life. Just wanna
just,
point out that.
you see a chicken yodeler and his friend Bean. Guys, Casey Warr.
Sorg, did you say what you learned?
I think I did for a moment. But
Okay.
you know what? I also learned everybody should check out the Karrion Cross book. I'm like an hour into it. It's tremendous. Holy shit. Okay, I've been bookmarking like in Audible, like some good life lesson kind of stuff.
I'm gonna put this on my auto list.
This
right now,
is
'cause we were just
yes,
talking about
it is. Yeah, Karrion Cross's book is. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up here. I forget what it's called. I'm gonna just look up Karrion Cross over there.
Yeah.
It is actually a Audible exclusive, apparently. So it's the only way you're getting the
Life is
audiobook.
Fighting. It's literally on my Audible homepage.
Yeah, that it was
the
for me
first
too.
thing I pulled up.
But I also listen to like, do you listen to a lot of wrestling books like I do? So
I got the Daniel Bryan one that I'm working on.
I think I read that a while ago, maybe.
It's like half
I read, like, the
half
other
of it's read by him, the other half some other dude.
That's
but, like,
weird. That's weird.
There were really good stories from like Ring
Mm-hmm.
of Honor days and like Jushin Thunder Liger stories that are just like fucking amazing.
And it's only like, I think it's only like 6 hours, so it's not terribly long. The
Yeah.
Soraya book was really good too.
Yep.
Talks a lot about her. It starts with her talking about the videos coming out.
That's
Like-
a hell of a way to address. Like,
Yeah.
get it
Like
up.
she goes right out with it. So, but a lot about the upbringing, a lot about like when she had an addiction problem and disappeared for like a year with her next surgery.
Yeah.
Or not the next surgery, or I think it was one of those. So like that's a tough listen. So, and it goes up to like I think the first Wembley. So
She's got a hell of a story, so that's awesome.
yeah,
to,
she
like,
does. She
put it
does.
out.
And it talked about. I didn't realize how early the movie was in talks. It was before she even debuted.
No way.
On main roster. Yeah.
Wow.
Like, and they were at I think it might have been that weekend, according to the book,
That's
that she talks to Rock about the option. So
That's super cool.
I don't know why I'm on Riz for this. I don't know where my buttons
I don't
are.
know why.
And
Yeah.
I have a nice day in my backpack. Anytime that like Allison and I go travel, that one's like a permanent
that one.
mainstay in my backpack.
I love that one. Yeah, that one's great. Yeah. But no, this one is good because you learn about his background. He was doing bare knuckle fighting and stuff, and you know, and again, we were talking about how the like becoming a wrestler after you've kind of figured out your life. You know, it makes for a little bit different of an attitude in wrestling. But that's been a really good motivational one while I'm working out. So go check it out. Life is Fighting. Kevin, I'm not going to say his real name here. Karen Cross brings it up too.
Karen Cross, Killer Cross.
There you go. He's getting around. He's going to be part of Defy Wrestling, taking on. Oh God, what was that match? It was something real crazy. So yeah, Defy Wrestling's coming back, and it looks amazing. So we're looking forward to that. Why is Lex Luger wearing a flare robe? All right, moving on. Guys, we got to wrap the show. Casey Warr, you're going to go to Great Lakes Brewery in Cleveland, Ohio, 2 to 8 p.m. Saturday. Yes. Cameras will be there if you can't get to Cleveland, but by God, it's a free show.
Come hang out.
One of the best breweries in the Midwest.
Hell yeah.
There you go. And then the Riz, come say hi to Riz at the Sheets and down
Anywhere.
the road.
Just say hi.
Actually, you'll be in West Virginia with me, right?
I'll be in West Virginia. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorg has.
We're gonna wrap you
is
in
bringing
barbed
me
wire.
to-
We're gonna wrap you in barbed wire, and I don't know, do something with you in intermission. So
That sounds
I
bad.
was trying to think of a dunk tape.
I was just gonna say like that's a dunk tank thing. Like how do you get Riz but like in a dunk tank scenario with barbed wire?
Yeah,
Damn it, Sorg.
Yeah, that's in my head now. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. Probably not for a couple people,
not for
but
No.
Sorry, buddy.
not for Beastman and Jamie. I don't know.
Oh.
I
No.
mean, maybe for Jamie, but yeah.
Yeah.
So no, it's gonna be an interesting show. It's gonna be a fun show. So looking forward to get back with the VCW gang down there in West Virginia. Oh, I have so much prep to do for that. Anyways, yes, we'll be back for Patreon and probably chat a little bit there. But thank you, everybody. You are an awesome wrestling
Our awesome
audience.
audience. Have an awesome week.
No, that's it. We'll see you next week. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.